too. Hey, great
No.
great Wednesday morning. It's kind of crazy. I did not mean to be late. I actually very early on set and everything. It's just
Mm.
I got caught up in looking at some old memories out there, and you start looking at them and you just like get like amazed. Uh,
What
actually,
memories? What
it's
memories?
actually one of the pictures came out when I was running for mayor of the city of Brownsville, and let me tell you, I was huge.
Yeah, I was thin. You were huge. So
Huge.
huge. Yeah, you were big, dude. You really were.
It's crazy, bro. But I mean, I look at those pictures now and I go like, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah, I'm looking at myself right now, and I'm like, how the hell did that happen? I got old, and metabolism stops working apparently when you get old.
Uh, I, I, yeah, I don't know if it's metabolism for me. I'm grateful that I started on the weight loss journey
Yeah, me
couple
too.
years back, couple
Me
years
too.
back, and actually, I think it's been 6 years already that I had surgery, and let me tell you, it's the best thing I ever had decided to do is to was go out there and have surgery. Is
Mm.
the It was just amazing, and one of the things I think that I miss the most is really not being able to eat. It does suck a little bit. Uh,
Yeah.
Joe, morning, good morning. Joe brings over. Joe's an amazing baker. Actually, I think he should consider, during the summer months, opening up like a little shop. Amazing baker, and
But
huh?
but it'll be tough opening up a shop in Brownsville. Isn't it hard to open up a business in Brownsville still?
Well, yeah, it is, and we can talk a little bit about that, but not so much like a shop, but more like a out of your kitchen shop. That's how a lot of the billionaires actually started out.
Hmm.
They started out, working something at their garage that they were good at, found their little niche in life, and just started to produce. Mark Cuban, bro. Mark Cuban, as he, shares his story. He was out there selling crap door to door.
Mm.
Like a lot of these kids that go out there and sell like knives and stuff. That was what Mark Cuban was doing. And I mean, you want to think that they're telling the truth. Have no reason to lie. They're the richest people in the country, so why lie and just tell the truth? But he makes mention of that, and I think that's kind of impressive. And a lot of major businesses here locally, they have started off small.
Yep. Did Frankie do the weather this morning? Because I missed it. What
Yeah,
What
he
was the
did.
weather this morning?
He said that it was going to be sun, so I go like, yeah, I've got to prepare for rain.
Well, I mean, the heat index is supposed to be 107 today. 107.
It has been crazy hot, bro. Let me tell you,
Mm.
amazingly crazy, crazy hot, and I don't see any relief anytime soon for any of us.
Are we
And
in the canicula yet or no?
la canícula, I don't know. It's one of those words that is used regularly, que la canícula, viene la canícula, and I don't exactly know what it
I
means.
know it's like, who does know is Dr. Tony Zavaleta.
Oh,
He
he's
would
amazing.
know. Yeah,
I love that.
I think it's actually for like 40 days, and it's like in July, August, in that time period.
Well, I like that Zabaleta because look, I love the guy to death. And I've always stated one of the greatest professors that I've ever had in my higher education trajectory. But we don't agree on a lot of things, and I think we're the type of friends that don't have to agree on everything. We don't agree on his support for Adela Garza. I think she's a piece of crap, and I think she's a rata, and I think an embarrassment to this community. I think that towards the end, he also, very supportive of Julieta Garcia, and
Mhm.
let me tell you, I'm not a fan.
Have you talked about the fact that she's going to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom or whatever?
No,
I
but
mean, I'm curious how your friend Adela feels about that.
oh,
Or Trey, even Trey, especially Trey,
well, I think
considering.
now that they're all buddy buddies with her, it, it, it's amazing because they worked against each other in regards to the UTB TSC split and Lincoln Park and other things. But these are the type of people that will come back together if they feel that they can make a buck out of something. And I don't care what anyone out there says. Garcia was one of the architects for United Brownsville, one of the main heads for United Brownsville. In tune with Rustenberger, and all these other people. So again, I have no use for them. They were out there trying to enrich themselves and their compadres. Exactly the same thing is happening now. That's why I have issues with Julieta Garcia. And,
Mhm.
I'm one of those people, guys, again. And I was one of her number one cheerleaders out there. When I was at UTBTSC,
Mhm.
I had the opportunity to be introduce her at a couple of events because I was the SGA president. And let me say, I spoke very, very highly of her until I started to work with her, you know, or against her. And I'm going like, you're ripping the kids off, only to make yourself look better. And it really pissed me off. It's the same thing that happens with the city of Brownsville. I mean,
Mhm.
guys, I don't, I'm done with this downtown crap, man. And again, I love a lot of the restaurants downtown. I don't go to the bars downtown anymore. este, but I'm done
Well,
with it.
I mean, it's not like you're posting pictures of alcoholic beverages on your Facebook,
Well, again, I mean,
like
I'm
some
not,
people.
yeah, like Commissioner Los Santos. I saw it. But look, guys, I don't,
Like,
I
I
don't,
mean, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
like. I don't mind the. I love all the restaurants downtown. They're amazing, great eats. Suggest and everyone go try them out at least once. I mean, if you can want to spend $18 on a pizza, go to Dodici. I don't think it's worth it, but that's my deal. But support
It's kind of
local restaurants.
small. The pizza's kind of small.
It is small for $18, $16, $18. It's too small. And
And I mean, isn't it like it's not like the rent is expensive that you have to overcharge, right?
well, no, he got the building for a big old discount. Got to
Oh,
renovate it with a BCIC money. Again, lower the prices. But part of the thinking, guys, I don't think that these people want our folks to go out there.
no, they don't want us.
Does that make sense, Sam?
Yeah.
It does make sense. But have you ever done business like in a Tejano bar?
Yeah.
You don't make business. You don't get the best people, to be honest.
That's
No
true.
offense, Tejano
That is
listener.
true.
I worked at a bar when it was like, oh, Spanish music. And I'm going to tell you this, they're not the best tippers. But going back to
I'll tell you this, not the best tippers.
But
it sucked. But going back to you're trying to do a business where you're trying to cater to everybody. Because everything has its own little niche. Like you want a bar, you go to the Kraken, where it kind of smells like piss and stuff
it,
and
but it's
history.
great. But it
It's
does.
great.
No, it
What?
does. The Kraken smells a little bit on the.
And
Sam's
Roman,
right.
do they let you into the bars?
No, I wouldn't even want to go. I know I don't drink, and Asmo knows this. I don't drink. I don't do any of that stuff. I mean, I went with
Well,
at the
there's some good
convention,
spots
and I somebody paid for my
in
drink, but
downtown.
I don't.
I
Well,
love
besides bars, there's some good spots, bro.
I love the Kraken. I love the Kraken because it does give you this, nostalgic type of little bar in the hole in the wall, and it
Like
does
lo que
smell sometimes
era Palms Lounge antes.
antes. Like no, Palms
Yeah,
Lounge just now,
antes. Right
now
now,
smells like
it's
Insure.
nice.
How long ago? You're not that old, Sam. How long ago was Palm Lounge como antes?
Hey, I've been able to get in there since I
I
was
don't want to.
30
No, no,
years
don't
old.
admit to anything wrong. You may run for office one day.
No, pero it's been there for a long time. I haven't gone to El Barril. El Barril looked pretty nice too, but they closed that one in. They closed that one down.
Well,
And I remember all those.
Everardi had a fire, no?
I don't know.
That's the one over
I
there
just know that
behind. That's the one over there behind Oyster Bar, no?
yes.
Yeah, that one. No, the one over there by. Oh, I can't. It's on that area. That one caught on fire. I think Gavito owned that one. El Barril.
Well, I know that
Oh,
one
here.
was nice. He had like a nice look into it. And there's lots of buildings there in downtown. But like you say, there's some that could be renovated, some that can't
Mhm.
because they're más pa' que pa' acá.
Well, the other one that was kind of good was The other one that looked really, I mean, I thought was kind of good. I don't even know if it's still open anymore. Was it the La
Right?
Media Luna? La Media Luna?
Media Luna. It's out. It
Something about
rings a
moon.
bell. It
Something
rings
about
a
moon.
bell.
It was right in the corner. It was right in the corner, and does anyone remember
Oh,
it? It's over by the
that's
fire
the one
station.
from Venice.
Huh?
That's from Venice. The
Yeah. Well,
that
well,
was an awesome
Oh,
saloon.
Half
That's
Moon
awesome.
Half
Saloon.
Moon Saloon. Media
Half
Luna. That's
Moon.
what I
I
said.
mean, no, like, medio, ¿qué es eso? I,
Oh,
Half
honey,
Moon.
yeah,
it was in
like
half.
it wasn't. I was like, medio,
Morning, Gerardo.
wow. You
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Was it
That
Half
one's
Moon?
Yeah, Half Moon
great.
Saloon.
That
You
was
liked it,
nice.
really? That was okay. It
Yes,
was okay.
Half Moon
it
Saloon.
was
Yeah,
almost
Half Moon is real
Mm.
like
good.
it had
Yeah, it was. The
those.
music was good. Even when Ben played, which was weird.
I like that.
Mikhail, remember when Mikhail,
Trailer.
the porn blogger, used to
Uh,
go?
oh, you know what? Speaking of Mikhail, I don't know. I got sent this today. Apparently, he's calling Myra frijoles. A white liberal, the guy you call porn blogger is out there calling her frijoles. Isn't that racist? I think it's racist.
And I called him porn blogger first.
I know you did. I know you did.
There's Spanish Moon. Spanish Moon is the one that's owned by Ben Nice. I don't think Spanish Moon is much open.
Okay,
Spanish,
so
where's that
it's
one at?
That's over there in front of you know where Main Street Deli is at? Like,
Yes.
he owns that one too.
uh, well, he doesn't own Half Moon. I think he sold that, or
Yeah.
he used to own the old
Owns
Half
that
Moon,
one.
and then when they opened up bigger, I mean, he was bought out or something. I don't know even know, but
Well,
he opened the
hopefully he
Spanish.
made some money off of it. It was not bad. It was great. It was good. The service was good. I went
Half
there a
Moon
couple
was great.
times.
Half
I
Moon was
think
good.
you
The
and I
service
went
was
to the
great.
Half Moon Saloon when he was first opening because this was when you were running for mayor and I was running for city commission.
Well,
Both went together.
that was the first one, Roman.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
Mm-hmm.
small one that was over there, detrás del Half Moon. It was a
Okay.
little one that you'd sit on the floor and stuff. It was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Come out there. Yeah, it was
That
kind of
one was
Entraste por
100%
atrás con
Ben.
Roman.
huh?
Entraste por atrás con Roman.
Le entré por Roman
Yeah,
por
that's
atrás.
it. No. There was a lot of us. No, that was. You know what? To me, that campaign year, I think it was 2011, right? When you ran for mayor, was it 2011 or was it 2014? I thought it was
It was
2011.
way back.
Maybe I can't remember.
I don't know. I remember that year being a fun. It was a fun election year
It was a fun relationship.
because everybody was really friendly with each other. It wasn't like no, it wasn't gross, grosero, or mean or anything like that.
No, it was a great. I think you ran for city commission. I was running for mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I did really, really well. I was surprised. It was my first race. I came in third place.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
beat
yeah,
out
you did.
Brenda Hoyas, William
I was
Garza,
waiting for
the naked runner, the naked runner,
And then Bob Sanchez, right? Didn't Bob run?
and Bob. I'm always getting arrested. Sanchez. You know, he just got arrested.
Nah, you know
yesterday.
what? You came in third place in that race with those people. You beat those people. I'm not gonna trash your host, your co-person from last night, but at least you didn't come in last place out of four. I mean,
was
you know
six-
what? That
no,
as
no,
many
there was
times as you
six
run
of
for
us.
office, huh?
There were 6 of us, and I came in third place.
That's good. That's good. You didn't even come in fourth, fifth, or sixth. You came in third.
Wait,
Not bad.
3 candidates. Yeah, 3 candidates and 2 on the top. I did great. And I don't know if you know this, but Bob Sanchez got arrested again.
When?
I think recently, yesterday or the day before.
Shut up.
Horrible mugshot. At least I took a halfway decent mugshot. Horrible mugshot. I
And
think for PI. I love Captain Bob. Captain Bob.
What the hell, dude?
We actually had him on the show. I love Captain Bob. Captain Bob is a hoot, but also likes to get arrested.
I don't think he likes getting arrested. I wouldn't say
Wow.
that.
He thinks he's unstoppable. Let's go through the comments before we go.
Okay,
into
sorry
the
about
calling.
that.
Hola, par de guapos. Ya más tranquis, mi amigo Roman. Anoche no te pareció como fuiste maltratado por la doctorcita. Besos para los dos. Gracias, pajarita Peggy.
Yeah, as soon as I come on, she's like, "Look in the mirror. Look at the mirror." I don't think that was a very welcoming experience, but whatever. Okay.
En otras noticias, ya es un hecho que el Brian se le cedió la posición, pues algunas posiciones de liderazgo en la ciudad de Bronzeville. Bueno, ya está recibiendo cheque. Who nominated Garcia for the medal?
That's a good question.
Probably herself.
No, I
or
would be
her
surprised if maybe it was Filimon Vela. Maybe he did it, or maybe Rose Vela, or maybe Vicente Gonzalez. Maybe somebody.
knows?
I don't
But
know.
again,
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? But she's gonna get it.
Yeah, she's definitely going to get it. And again, guys, let me tell you, este, what a
The
way.
medal. Get the medal. Okay, before anybody says, "What do you mean get it?"
But let me tell you, uh, it's
Is that
like
one of
the
those medals
Obama.
you get before you jump ship?
Yeah, it's like the Obama Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh.
Why the hell did he get it? No one still knows.
Well, she's getting it because she's the first Mexican American, although they're calling her Latina, Mexican American woman of an American college or university, and she became that when she was made president of Texas Southmost College in 1986, after being a dean of academic and the academic division at TSC for 6 years. And she was put in. In fact, I think Dr. Tony Zavaleta was one of the people that applied, and they had like a national search of many different people that applied, and he was one of them, but he wasn't finalist. It was her and somebody else. I want to say from like either Michigan, Ohio, some state in the Midwest. And but as it's always in Brownsville, they did a national search and found out that the person they wanted to hire was always here in Brownsville, always here. That's
Okay.
the way it was
You
back
want
in
to
the
know?
day.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't care about her. Good morning, she's good
just
morning.
like give me history. History.
Doritos has a great smorgasbord. No,
Do they really?
I don't think so.
Well, Joe Trucker saying it.
And look, I
I
mean,
would have to go try it out. I haven't
if
tried it.
you have never tried Doritos, Sam,
No, not
you
yet.
need to go. Honestly, just go and then come back and give you a review. But I'm going to promise you,
I will
you better,
say the
you better get
pistachio.
a couple $100.
No, no, no. The pistachio thing cannoli is really good. I liked it. Have you ever had the pistachio cannoli?
Not yet. I don't think I'm going to either. There's not a single department that is or has been involved in some sort of corruption in our city. It's been like this for decades. The invent of social media was exposed. Their shenanigans only now do they don't care. Who knows? There is no one to stop them. Um, it's
Are they talking
unfortunate.
about the permit department by any chance?
The permit department, the health department, the every department.
I was listening to Channel 5 last night, and they called it the Brownsville Health Authority. I did not realize that the health department is now called the Brownsville Health Authority, but that's what they're claiming on Channel 5, and they've raised the matrix level from mild to medium or something because of a rise in cases. I'm surprised that Erasmo's not talking about it because he was wall to wall coverage of it for like 2 years, right?
I'm so done with it.
I'm
I'm
no, I know,
done with that crap.
yeah, I know. I'm
It's that
glad.
I'm
Me
done
too.
with that crap. I'm done with
Even
all of the
with his near miss.
and let me tell you when it started.
Near miss what?
Let me tell you when it started to really flip for me.
Uh huh.
When it really started to like fastidiarme, it started off when we were on curfew and you had to be at home by 11 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
And let me tell you guys, I mean, we would do the show, and I would rush home to make sure that I got there before 11 o'clock every day, until the day that one day I stayed here afterwards, and because your Roman's friend Jessica Gonzalez and Manny came over to talk, and it was like already like going to be close to midnight, and I'm going like, my gosh, and I said, should I just spend the night at the office? And I've never spent that. Well, I'm lying. I spent it the night one time, and never had spent the night in the office. And I said, like, should I risk it? And I said, you know what? I want to go home. So I went off home. I was tripping because I thought, it's past curfew. Guys, there were so many people out and about, so many people out and about. And I'm going like, and it wasn't even a weekend. I'm going like, what the hell? And I said, no one is following the mandates. No one is out there following the, and I'm here, the big old idiot, encouraging people to follow them. And, I'm abiding by them. Nobody else was. And then it really, really majorly like flipped when they were starting. The county commission was out there, giving mandates for you can't meet with have groups of more than 10 people at your house or at any event. And Joey Lopez was out there planning a 300, 400 people wedding.
Hmm. Yep.
And then I said, screw y'all
Hmm.
and screw the mandates and screw anything else that y'all you have no authority, you have no moral authority, and you may have, you know, power authority, enforcing authority, but I don't care. I'll fight it. I'm going to just decide to just go and fight it if I need to. And after that, I was done.
You
Yeah.
should have gotten that banner for your car that said essential worker.
That's true. You're an essential worker, Corey. You were. You're an essential worker. You're a part of the media. I'm assuming, right? Your blog is a media podcast or whatever it is.
I'm handsome.
I mean, if
And
you're the king of all local social media, you
I am
should
the
be able to have the essential worker designation.
I am the king of all local social media.
Mm.
And let me tell you guys, as the king of all local social media, I take it upon myself as I take it, the responsibility of being the king of all local social media, very, very seriously. And let me tell you, one of the things I think, and I was watching Frankie's show this morning. One of the things that he was out there mentioning is how Elon Musk, is really dead set on creating Starbase.
Hmm.
The city is Starbase. And I said, well, more power to him, hell. And, how the county is probably going to, and I think that's one of the reasons why they want to, they're debating whether to give them these roads and stuff because Elon Musk could literally continue to buy property like I buy ties, you know, as many as he wants.
And he
As
doesn't
much
have
as
to
he
go to a
wants.
thrift store
Huh?
to do it. He won't have to go to a thrift store to do
He
it.
won't have to go to the thrift store like Erasmo guy. He'll pay premium price. Doesn't matter. And again, I think one of the things, Roman, and again, call me crazy, but I did meet with some of the people from the Elon Musk Foundation. I think one of the things is that they were tired of being placed in the limelight in a negative way because of Trey Mendez and because
Mm.
of the city commission that pocketed the Elon Musk money. And I think, and this is one of the things that I shared. I don't think that Elon Musk is out there,
That's what
to
happens when you
look
don't put
bad.
any. That's what happens when you don't put like a set of standards when donating that
Well,
money.
but again, Sam, they think that they're being given with the best intentions. But with that said, Elon Musk is not in the business of tainting his name with corrupt politicians,
Hmm.
and that's
Might as well
exactly
keep
what he
it.
did.
Which is why he's now a Republican. I think he voted as a Republican in the special election, voted for Mayra. So I mean, he can't vote for you at Osmo, but I'm sure he can give you a donation.
I'm sure that they can, and I would greatly accept it. But let me tell you, it's
I'm
not
pretty
only
sure
that,
that they
Roman.
have Facebook employees around there.
Think about all the multi-billionaires out there that are now opening their eyes in regards to the Democrat Party. Jeff Bezos went out there and slammed Biden in
Hmm.
regards to his statements against gasoline company.
Hmm.
You know, and look, guys, and look, and I know people hate it, but we desperately need Elon Musk here. We need SpaceX in any capacity whatsoever that they become. We just want an even keel. We just need a seat at the table. We haven't been given a seat at the table. We've been screwed. That's what's bothersome, guys. I don't care what anyone says out there. We need LNG. We need LNG. Desperately
You
need
guys don't get
LNG.
a seat at the table. You guys are the help.
Huh?
You guys don't. You're not the. You don't get a seat at the table. You guys are the help.
You're, yeah. Your voice is cracking a little bit. I don't know if it's your mic.
Mm.
We need to get you a mic. I think I might have an extra mic because your voice sounds horrible.
Hmm.
And that was a guy.
Hmm.
But we need a seat at the table. And, we need to welcome LNG. We need to welcome SpaceX. We need to welcome anything and everything that's trying to open shop here in our area. We need them. We need them. We don't need these politicians that are going to be out there and trying to pocket the resources that these companies, these international companies actually bring to our area.
Well, there's something happening in South Texas and the state as a whole. Today, there was the University of Texas released a poll, a statewide poll with 1,200 registered voters or whatever, and it showed that 76 or 78% of those polled had a negative opinion or felt that the country is going in a wrong track direction. That's a lot of people to say we're not going in the right direction. That means it's problematic for Biden. In that same poll, it said that Governor Abbott is beating Beto by 6 points. Actually, I don't buy that. I think it's a much larger percentage. But what that says is that there's a change, not just in the big cities in Texas, but there's a change happening here in the Valley. And I think it's going to happen this year. That there's a reason. If somebody like Elon is out there promoting the Republican Party, promoting the possibility of not voting for a Democrat, We just had Myra get elected. There's going to be some people. I know I say this often on your show, and I because I really believe it. There's going to be massive change happening for the valley, and we need to be part of that change. So the people that are watching today and watch it later on have to be part of that change. It's okay. You don't have to agree with every single point that the Republican Party says, but here locally we have a possible opportunity to change things. I mean, you guys, Gilberto Hinojosa is running. I thought it was a couple weeks ago, but apparently in a couple weeks he's running for state party chair for the Democratic Party. Gilbert's a nice man. I have nothing against the man, but what has he done for the Democratic Party at the state level to warrant getting reelected? I don't know. But so there is a opportunity for you here. If Erasmo can run as a Democrat before, but now running as a Republican, and you have a home with people like him,
Well,
I think.
I think that there's a lot of folks. One of the things that I've seen, again, I'm still the king of all local social media. One of the things that I've seen that I hadn't seen before is a lot more people out there, painting red. A
Mm,
lot more people amongst us painting red, and coming out of coming out of the closet in regards to, hey, we're conservative, and we care about this community, and we're tired of the demo rats.
yeah.
Tired of the damn demo
Well,
rats.
the New York Times had a story this morning titled "Myra Flores and the Rise of the Far Right Latina," which is strange that you're referring to her Latina, not Latinx, because I thought Latinx was a thing for them. But what is funny is that they're painting her as far right, even though she ran on God, family, and faith, right, or freedom. Those are not shouldn't be far right things. Those are things that myself, Sam, I know it Adam believes in. There's what our people believe in. In that news article, it claims that the Rio Grande Valley is culturally conservative but very liberal. And I'm like, do you believe that the valley as a whole, not just Brownsville, but the valley as a whole, is a liberal place? Or they just vote Democrat because we've been voting Democrat since 1870, or since the Civil War? Is that why we're considered liberal when we're really not? And so I don't know. What are your thoughts? I mean, is that a far right thing to believe in God, to believe in faith, believe in freedom, believe in family? Is that a far right thing? Erasmo?
No, well, that's one of the things that I've made mention. Actually, I'm going to speak on the 18th with Republican Party Republican Club in
In
Harlingen
Harlingen?
at
Mhm.
6:30, guys. And it's just going to be the theme, which has been the theme of my previous speech before the Republican uh, Club, not the Republican Party meet here. Committee, I think. And I said the same thing, guys. We need to think about community, and we need to shy a little bit away from the party partisan beliefs and more of what are the beliefs of our community. And I'll tell you right now, the general belief of our community here as a whole, are conservative in
Mhm.
regards to sanctity of life, as the importance of marriage, the importance of fiscal responsibility, and
Mhm.
border security. These
Mhm.
things are not uh, a Republican thing. They're definitely not a Democrat thing. They're a Cameron County community thing.
Mhm.
It's what we all care about.
Yeah. And it's not a far right thing, but when you got national media like the New York Times coming down here and writing a story, which I mean, it was factually inaccurate to claim that we have not had a Republican elected for Congress in the Rio Grande Valley in over 100 years. That's not true. We had Blake Farenthold. I've said it here. I mean, everybody in the valley understands. But when the New York Times comes here and writes a story that makes national headlines about the valley and they're factually inaccurate, they're not really writing our story. They're writing the story they want to paint. I mean, when you have a white liberal blogger like Jerry McHale going out there and calling Myra Flores frijoles, which is a racist nickname to be saying, you don't, and then posting an image of pinto beans in that post. That's racist and that's wrong. I mean, that's what we Hispanics have to face just because we want to think outside the box. It's things like I'm sure Erasmo has faced as a Republican, as a conservative. People say nasty, horrible things about Erasmo that are not necessarily true. Hell, I've said some things that are, negative about Erasmo, but they're true. Just kidding with you. You see how he doesn't even laugh? He refuses to laugh at something I say funny because he just wants to be
Hey,
mean.
but for the record, it's crazy because I know that Boston people, they're also referred as beaners, but they don't take it as offensive.
It's racist. The coffee hole
It's
is
just the
white
way.
liberal.
Say again.
Why? Well, why would a white liberal call her frijoles? Why? Why? Because
Yeah,
it's an F.
that's the thing. That's kind of it's just the way that it's mentioned. That is in a racist Wait,
That's her nickname.
but
And he calls her Myra Miss Frijoles Flores. That's not racist to you at all, Sam?
no, it is racist. But I'm just saying, like, there's other people also like referred as beaners.
But
Pero
he's if I'm not mistaken, I
I'm not
believe
sure
Vicente
he's trying
Gonzalez
to
pays
be
him.
funny because it rhymes with Flores.
No,
But
he's not trying to be funny. He's trying to be. He's an ass. It's wrong. I mean, and then he's over there like claiming that Erasmo's going to get beat 80-20, which isn't true. Erasmo's not going to get beat 80-20 in November. It's going to be a lot closer than people think it is because of the way the map is drawn. But he
You know,
doesn't know that.
first of all, I think that people. But again, people sometimes just you've got that little group of people that are just stupid. Anyone that wants to go out there and support this guy, because look, I know, I know for a fact that Vicente Gonzalez, whatever the hell his name is, Chente, he's out there paying the porn blogger. People should be disgusted that individuals out there, are out there as to giving money to this guy after he slammed his wife, called her a dog, and called her the worst things in the world. Used horrible naked images to depict sexual acts that he was claiming that she was doing. You know, goes out there and continuously puts up porn. Goes out there and uses racist remarks. Posts pictures of African Americans being hung. You know, and people still give this piece of crap money.
Mhm.
And guys, everyone out there should be disgusted. The guy's a piece of crap, a worthless piece of crap. But Vicente Gonzalez, who wants to be the next congressman for our area, this guy's out there giving him money, paying him money to support his drug habits and his borracheras. It's disgusting. And
I,
anybody out there that is following Jerry McHale, it's just ridiculous, guys.
I mean, the only reason I knew about this because somebody sent it to me and told me about it. And I'm disgusted by it, but it doesn't surprise me. But I don't. Some people actually read it. Oh wow, this is real. Like Erasmo's really gonna lose 80-20. I'm like, no, it's not a real poll. It's just his creation. It's a figment of his imagination. I think. I don't know. I just.
with like
Hmm?
with all the fake news.
Yeah. I
Jerry
mean,
versus
look.
the Onion.
Look, he's no friend of mine. He's not. I'm not a friend of his of Jerry. And I usually don't try to talk about the guy. But it's wrong that he posts some of the things that he posts. It disgusts me. It really but he's a white liberal. He's protected. No. Hey, Mary. What the hell is your name? Maggie. I was trying to say Mary. I was like, no, it's not Maggie.
Well, I mean, look, the guy's nuts. The guy's delusional. Again, it is disgusting what he posts. I actually had a little bit more respect for his wife. And felt really bad for her, when he was out there slamming her. Este, but the guy's a piece of crap. His wife, the mother of his child, is a decent person, a great person, este, a great person, nice person, and he would just post crap in half. But let me tell you, if anyone out there, and I'm sorry, Joe, if you would think that Jerry McHale isn't racist, that's that you don't know Jerry McHale. I know Jerry McHale. For a time, he was part of our family. He's a piece of crap.
And to explain to people who Jerry McHale is and what his job is.
He's a porn blogger. Jerry McHale used to be he brought soccer into Porter back in the heyday, back in the 80s,
Mhm.
and then became, I think, a English teacher or some type of teacher at BISD. Got fired from BISD, made to retire, because of the same crap that he was out there posting. And again, guys, it was not nice stuff. It was just horrible, horrible stuff. But the guy is a racist. The guy wants to pretend that he speaks Spanish, is un gabacho, and wants to assimilate the culture. It's not the way to do it. Not by calling uh, a congresswoman a beaner.
And is he on Facebook? Does he have a site on Facebook?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I haven't blocked. I
He
don't
has
care.
me blocked, so I can't tell you. I'm assuming he has a Facebook page. He doesn't
Yeah.
post everything that he posts on his blog. I guess that's what I'm told.
And just I'm just wondering because like like who's the other guy that from Rancho Viejo that you guys are always talking about?
Craigie,
Yes.
Craig.
Okay, so
Craigie.
he has his own Facebook, and not all of us are up to date. Did I already say this the other day? Somebody was it Eduardo was saying no. Somebody else. You had Roman on the show, and they were saying, yeah, I don't know if it was Eduardo or somebody else was saying the guy in the purple doesn't know what you're talking about, and
It
I want
wasn't. I thought
to
it was somebody else. It was. I think it was
okay.
Andrew person.
Okay, and so I just want to remind people that sometimes I don't, but a lot of times, like Roman knows exactly what Erasmo's talking about, but he'll ask Erasmo to expand on it just for like the rest of us who are able to follow along a little bit better.
Mm.
So usually I don't know what you guys are talking about, so that's why I ask. But I figure there's people out there who also don't know what you guys are talking about.
But let me say one of the things about Craig, and again, I've had my ins and outs with Craig regularly. I think one of the greatest problems that I had with Craig was that he was just such a butt kisser out there for all the corrupt political machine that is out here. Because what happens is that they want to feel like they're a part of it. You're not. That doesn't matter if you were voted in with 180 votes at Rancho Viejo. Doesn't mean that you're part of their little gang, their little raza. So when they came out with, and again, I think when they came out with this arena thing, Craig was all out there like, yeah, support the arena, until and he even had, I think, Dennis Sanchez and Eddie Trevino, the county judge, out there on a podcast. They blatantly lied to him right then and there. They said stuff that was
He had more
100%.
people than them.
Huh? What?
What?
He had more people. I'm trying to recall who was the other
Yeah,
guy. He had another person.
yeah, he had a couple people. So what happens is when they go out there blatantly lie to him, and then call him out on their scrap, he kind of felt, I guess, he felt embarrassed about the thing, and calls them out. Says, "Hey, wait a minute, this isn't true." And going like, well, of course it's not true, because what happens is you cannot feed on what the politicians tell you. It is irresponsible. Going back into Commissioner de los Santos, look, when he came out here and gave his answer about Brian Martinez, I told him I'm not satisfied. I told him live and in person. I could have been, because some people were saying that, Erasmo, you bent over to Commissioner de los Santos. I never did. To give everybody the opportunity and the chance to explain themselves. Came out here, gave his answer. I told him live. I said, doesn't work for me. That answer does not work for me. And that's what Craig should have done. He should have asked the right questions and, did the follow up and ask more questions. That's what pisses me off about local media, because that is exactly what Channel 4, Channel 5, and the Brownsville Herald did. They never asked the follow up questions, the good questions, like, how are you going to fill that arena? Are you really going to have more than 60 events a year? Really? How? It's
I
not.
wonder, did Craigie end up voting for it or voting against it? I'm curious. But what? To his credit, and I did it at the time. I didn't. You did it. I didn't. To his credit, he admitted that he was misled. And to his credit, so I'll give Craigie credit for that, even though he's
100%.
having.
I agree, 100%. And let me tell you, and I was one of the first ones to say, good job, Craig. I think I want to think that there was a little bit damage done, because Craig has his little people. Craig has his little people. Has his Brownsville Living page, and again, they're dying out like the rest of the old other pages. I'm still here, but with that said, is that again, I think Craig had already voted for it when he decided it was a big mistake, because if I'm not mistaken, he came out against it in the middle of early voting.
Mm. But that doesn't mean he had already voted day one. He might have voted later
Uh,
on.
I don't know, but that was my fear, that he'd already voted for it and kind of then regretted having voted for it. Maggie?
So Sam sent me the link to the Jerry McHale Facebook page. Well, who would want to be connected to that person? His posts are tacky, vile.
As Vicente Gonzalez, I don't know the amount, but I want to say is what's 500. I know that Filimon Vela paid him like every other year money from his campaign
Oh, Maggie,
account.
you haven't seen did you send her the blog page, Sam? Sam, the
I
blog
think,
page?
I think you just sent me the Jerry McHale Facebook page.
Send her the link to the blog page. You're going to really be disgusted.
Yeah, no, there's some stuff that they're really disgusting. I think what Erasmus was talking about is very gross. I mean,
Why is I thought Facebook didn't allow some of this language?
Well, people need to report it.
and I think
Okay.
Maggie's going to do that today.
Yeah.
So just go out there and
Yeah.
report that kind of crap. Elon Musk has found a gold mine of an office, maybe quick hands to taking. That's what there's as far as they are. Erasmo, when are you going to be a public speaker at SpaceX? Oh, whenever they ask me to. Again, we need SpaceX. We need Texas LNG. We need any and every industry coming into this area. But what we really, really need is elected officials that are going to make sure that we get our fair share of the cut, fair share of the deal. That's what we need. Buenas y bendiciones. Bendecidos días. Saludos, René Hermoso.
Hey, so the
Roman,
reason why oh, go ahead, sorry.
so
No.
in your view, what should be the Republican top three platform points in the RGB? That's a good question.
Well, one of them is definitely corruption. That's something that myself and Erasmo has been talked about conveniently. I mean, I may have mentioned it on one of the shows, but I was reminded about it this morning from Stark County. You have a city and county judge that's been there for many, many years, and they tried to get his campaign finance report from the county clerk, I guess, the election administrator in Stark County, and they don't have any campaign finance reports for the guy or girl. The guy, I think it's a guy. And that's just weird. How somebody who's an elected official has run for office multiple times, they don't have any campaign finance reports for the guy. That's to me is corruption. It shows that people are not interested in transparency, and it's wrong. And the thing is if you look at the election code, some of that stuff is criminal. I mean, you could be charged with a crime for not turning in some of that stuff. So it is what it is. But corruption would be one. Board security, for some people don't want to necessarily talk about board security, but I think it's important. Board security also entails, law enforcement and things like that. And I don't, third one would be Erasmus' point, which is the economy. Having bringing business and talking about that stuff, fiscal conservatism.
Well, and again, I always, and I'm proud that Roman was given this question. I've always stated, and my stance has not changed. I've had this conversation with Maggie. I've had this conversation with Sam. I had this conversation with Frankie and with Roman. The number one issue, guys, the number one issue that we have here locally is the boards and the committees, because they're so full of these corrupt individuals that continue to pocket the money. They are in bed with the cartels. They are in bed with any and all tranzas out there. The boards and committees need to go because they'll turn the blind eye. They'll turn a blind eye in order to put a dollar in their pocket. And that does not serve our community well. When are you going to write your story? That's what book perhaps. I've been claiming to do it for the past couple of years already, and I just haven't.
Hey, so real quick, reason why I came on
And
the
it's
show
part of
is
right.
no, just
Man,
maybe just crude. Joe Tucker. I don't know. I just saw crude comments made.
Racist piece of crap.
Uh,
I think the fact that he's a white liberal calling a Hispanic woman who was born in Mexico and then having an image of, I think it was either Pancho Villa or Emiliano Zapata, having that image and then calling her frijoles is a racist comment. I'm not
oh, I
saying he's
didn't see
a
that one.
racist. I think it's a racist, or using an image of pinto beans and calling her being crowned Miss Frijoles in San Benito, which I know it didn't actually happen because they don't have that in San Benito. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just saw the comments about having sex with women,
Horrible,
um, and the
horrible, man.
language used.
Horrible.
And
Um,
images of actual.
oh, genitalia, I didn't see that.
You'll see it on the blog post.
Okay, so the reason why I came on also is I'm the one who sent Erasmo that video of the burning of the brush. So I actually just sent it to him and Sam just to show them, and Erasmo posted it. But so there's a new subdivision being opened up behind our street, and what they did is they cleared the brush, um, and they piled it up. Yesterday there was a fire. First I thought something in our neighbors was burning, so the
Mm,
fire was above the tree line. The flames were shooting up, and then I went back there and saw how they're clearing out the brush and they're making piles, so apparently they're going to start burning some more. They Yesterday I cut the grass in our backyard, and by the time I was done I had a sore throat, and that was because it was a breezy day and I was outside back and forth
mhm.
with the smoke coming in. At the end of the day, this is when they were pretty much the fire flames had died down. The inside of our house all smells like smoke. We went to visit a friend last night. She could smell the smoke on our clothes. And this is after I had already showered from washing, from cutting the grass, and my kid had been inside all day long. So then this morning I called the county. I'm surprised like how quickly this works. So they gave me the numbers to call. It ends up I had to call the Texas Environmental Quality. They're going to send an air quality, or they're going to have someone call us. They also suggested we do call the fire marshal. Fire marshal gave them a 3-day burn. What is it? Allowance or 3-day burn
Permit
um,
waiver.
permit. Thank you, permit. And but they're telling us now that if they have enough complaints, they'll stop it. So it's amazing. I was like, wow, they're really listening to us because we're all complaining about the smoke in here. But it's amazing how quickly we can get help if we call. Thinking about this, had this been done in the southmost area, how many of the people would have known? How many of the parents would have known to call right away and try and get some answers? Because it took a while. It took me calling about 7 different county offices before I got the right number. So I know my mom and dad would have been like, call for me. But yeah, so now we're getting messages amongst ourselves and they're sending the fire marshal out
Yep.
right now to take a look.
Well, it'd be good to have a
Yeah, I
county
even noticed it
commissioner.
from Paredes
You got-
because yesterday I drove by.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday I
Oh,
drove by there. But what's the number that you call? What do they need to call to complain?
the number that we ended up calling was the TECQ, the Texas Environmental something.
Quality
Well,
Quality, yes, but I don't know what the C stands for.
commission.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, quality control.
Oh, okay.
Um, but why do you want the number? Is that what you're saying? And that was the state office. Is that what you were saying, Sam? What's the number? Huh?
Yeah, he wants the number, and I'm pretty sure other people
Yes.
would like to have that number.
The number they had me call is 425-6010. They did say, however, that if every time somebody calls to complain, they have to call the person back and get all the details. So they were telling me that in that case, it might take up more time. It might slow the process down because they were going to have to contact all the people calling. But the fire marshal, they did suggest we call them more often because then they have enough complaints to come and do something about it. So anyway, it's just interesting how we're able to stand up and do something, but someone's got to be the one to stand up and do something.
exactly.
Yeah, Texas Commission on Environmental Quality is the TCEQ.
Is
That's
it
what it is.
Mikhail far left?
You should go to your neighbors and be like, they complain, give them the number.
Say that again.
You should go to your neighbors, and if they also smell it, you should be like, oh, here's the number.
Oh no, we're all messaging each other. Everybody's having problems with it.
Yeah. What do you mean he was part of the family? He was married to someone
In
in our
his family.
in our family. I think he might still be. Who knows? You should consider a reporter job for CNN. Yeah, not my favorite news source out there.
Huh.
Hey, Maggie, just Erico does have a Facebook page. I just searched for it.
Yeah, I just blocked it too after I reported it.
Did Jerry start El Rocinante? He did. And there was a time, where El Rocinante was El Rocinante.
Yeah.
That everybody paid attention to.
We started to go down the gutter. Well, a lot of people did. The politicos did. Then it went down the gutter because I think what happens is, once you start abusing drugs as much as this guy has and alcohol to that point, you start to dull those senses and you start to dull a lot of the gifts and the traits that you once had. And I think that's one of the issues with a lot of these folks. They start to fall into that hole and they lose it. And let me tell you, El Rocinante is nothing compared to his blog porn site right now. Nothing.
The Rocinante used to be like really. Didn't they have it in print?
Yes, and
You could that's when everybody was paying attention to it, wasn't it? Like
Yeah, he'd go to the university and he would drop it off at people's offices. It was really cool.
Uh,
It
Yeah.
was cool.
Myra Flores is fair game. Let me tell you something. There's no one should be okay with racism. No one. And if it were the other way around, if she was a Democrat, everyone would be up in arms. Everyone.
But because she's a Republican congresswoman, yeah, I totally.
Yeah. Then people are going to come out. Well, it's fair game. You can't be selective. It's either racist for everyone or it's racist for no one. You cannot be selective. You cannot be okay with kids getting abused and kids not getting abused just because you like the damn politician. You cannot be okay with people pocketing money and not pocketing money just because you voted for them.
Mm.
It's racist. It's uncalled for, and it should be reported. Hello, Tabo. No double standards, man. See, this is the problem with the people here in Brownsville because it's double standards. You know, oh, you don't like her, you don't like Trump, but you're okay with him calling him crap and a half. But when it's the other way around, everyone goes back crap crazy.
Mhm.
Why do you expose corruption?
I
'Cause
wonder
I,
sometimes you should just skip over Eduardo's comments because
I
that's
like
nonsensical.
But because he loves Bronzo. I was talking to him yesterday after the show, before the show. I was like, I know you always say, I don't care, I don't care, but you do care.
I
He
love
cares
my
about he
community.
cares about Brownsville. He really does.
I love my
Like,
community.
I don't care what you say, Roman. I'm like, no, you do, because I mean, he texted me yesterday asking about a mutual friend of ours if he's okay. This guy likes to pretend that he doesn't care about people, but he does. He wants to. He like, okay, all right, okay.
But I love our community. I love my community. I love Brownsville, man. And I love Cameron County. I love the resources that we have. I love what makes us special. And I hate that these people try to pocket that which belongs to you, Eduardo, and to everybody else here. Space City is all about Elon's control. Let me tell you, more power to him. It's Starbase, the one that he wants to make into a city. Let him make it into a city. More power to him. I think one of the things that's going to upset Brownsville mayor and county judge is that he's going to centralize all of the resources that he can, away from Brownsville, away from Cameron County, and focus them on space base. That's what's going to happen. It's going to have its own schools, private schools, probably free of charge and stuff, where everyone's going to want to go there. And let me tell you guys, people are going to want to move to space and out of this corrupt city. I'm sticking with Brownsville unless they make me mayor of space. Facebook is just so un-American.
I was called an American last night.
Why do you say that officials are related to the cartels? I didn't say that they're related. I said that they're in bed with the cartels. There's a difference, baby. What do cartels feed off? Crooked politicians. Do you think the Valley has an underground tunnel for cartels? No.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I think I know for a fact that they have them like in the El Paso, New Mexico, a lot of the areas out there, Tijuana. I don't think they have them here in Brownsville. I don't think our ground is solid enough for us to have one.
I figured for sure we had one somewhere around here.
No, and I think it's just. Have you seen the?
Tunnels in downtown.
What's that?
We can't understand you.
He said something about tunnels downtown.
They had underground tunnels back in the day. Yeah.
I'm gonna start chipping in for your internet upgrade.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam. I love you dearly, Sam. I really want to hear your input. So I'm gonna start paying for your update.
But you can. Your internet is horrible, bro. You need to really ask them to give you a boost or something. I would call them right now after the show and tell them, "Hey, man, this is not working. Give me a damn boost."
Do you have Spectrum, or what do you have, Sam?
He said they had tunnels back in the day in downtown area.
No, but do you have Spectrum? You do?
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
messaging.
After the show, I'll talk to you about it, and I'll help you out with that.
Roman's good at that. He's good at bitching. Have y'all seen the end of the river?
Mm-mm.
Have y'all ever been out there? You
To
know
where the
there.
river ends and becomes the Boca Chica
Yeah.
beach.
Have y'all been out there?
Isn't that the entrance where the what is it called?
The
The
Space
where
Gulf
the
of
rocks,
Mexico,
Space.
no, where the rocks are
Mouth.
at. Isn't that
the
No,
the
jetties.
no, jetties
yes.
are no, the jetties are over here.
Okay.
Um, on closer to SPI, facing SPI. That's where the
Okay.
jetties are. Over here, there it's dry land.
Because of the drought, you mean?
Yeah, it's dry land.
So you can
Uh,
just walk across the river?
yeah. Now let me tell you,
I
as
wouldn't recommend it though.
I would not recommend it. Y'all remember? Y'all remember when that police officer
It's not
was
always
out?
like that though.
It wasn't always like that. But you remember when the police officer was out there waiting for her boyfriend to cross over illegally?
No.
Y'all remember that?
Uh-uh.
Y'all remember the Brownsville police
The
officer,
busted cop.
the one that got busted for waiting out there for her boyfriend to walk across
When was this?
Oh, rather recently, right?
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now I remember. Now you're telling me feeling. Yeah, I remember that. Remember that. I remember. I remember.
She got busted.
I totally remember.
I mean, I thought it was just funny. Y'all don't remember Maggie?
No.
Sam?
Yeah.
Sam probably does, but it's gonna take a couple minutes for him to say it.
It's Gonzo's
Yes.
journalist. It's humor.
Just playing with Sam.
Yes.
I find no humor
For a
in
second.
racism.
Wait, okay. I'm laughing at what Sam is saying. I'm not laughing at what Joe Tucker just
Yeah,
wrote.
there is no humor in racism, uncalled for. There's no humor in porn writing.
Like if it's between me and like if all of us are Erasmo, Maggie, myself, Sam, we're Hispanic and we want to joke around like and I mean look at the song, the Cheech and Chong song, Beaner, like I'm a beaner or whatever. That's different because it's our culture. We're joking, camaradas or whatever. But for a white liberal to say that about a Hispanic Mexican born woman,
Mm.
it's wrong.
Well, look at the African Americans. You know, they're okay without going on stage using the N word in their comedy stints. You know, no one says anything. You know, no one's out there up in arms against it because they're talking. It's an African American going out there and calling other
Mhm.
African Americans the N word. What happened to the guy from Seinfeld?
Oh yeah,
Not
Kramer.
the same thing. Kramer
Yeah.
got screwed. You know, he's gone completely because he used the N word. You know, again, you should have been a little bit smarter. You know, I just hate the double standard as well in the sense that, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I understand. That makes sense.
all these
I
social
agree.
media sites need and should respect unpopular.
Erasmo, can you put me backstage? My kiddo's calling me.
Yeah,
Thanks.
let's just keep him back there.
Is the voice better or still breaking?
It's your internet. It's not. It's not. I thought it was your microphone. It's really the internet. It's just it cuts off. So you're speaking and it cuts off. It cuts off. Like right now, you froze a little bit. It's just your internet. Maybe you should consider sitting closer to the modem and maybe even getting an Ethernet cable and connecting the computer directly to the modem. I don't know,
Since
or stop using your cricket phone. Well, you sure it wasn't Benny's chili? Maggie, Brownsville citizens don't realize how much power we have. We have a voice if only we use it. Good job.
We just got a message right now from one of the neighbors that says the Texas Commission of
Environmental
Environmental Quality,
quality.
they've called the fire marshal and they're going to extinguish the burn and it's not going to be burning again.
Again, power should be in the people always.
Yeah. And I'm surprised at how
Maggie?
quickly, huh?
yeah, making some moves.
No, and I wasn't even the first one to call. It was one of my other neighbors who beat me to the punch because I don't know. I guess he got started earlier, but he got to the right office before I did. When I was hanging up at that office, he was already posting that he had talked to them. But what worries me and what always is my concern is that the people in the southmost area or certain areas of Brownsville don't know to stand up for themselves. I'm really surprised how quickly, and the fact that they told me that it's the environmental quality control. I was thinking, wow, I didn't even think about that.
For what it's worth, once you get involved and you realize that you've had a small part in bringing about positive change in the community, it
Mhm.
feels so good. And it's like a fire that gets lit and is unable to be extinguished.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm on the show. Even as much as my kid and my husband asked me to not be on the show, it's because I realize that, I mean, I feel empowered and I want other people to feel empowered too.
That's needed. Good morning, gang. Roman, you crushed it last night.
Ooh, I need to watch last night's show.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yay, I know, right? Somebody actually told me last night after the show they couldn't stop laughing when the person said something about, at least I tried, at least I ran. And I said, yeah, your last place. And they couldn't stop laughing. I
Stop
thought that was
it.
Local leadership needs to go first with Roy Los Santos. He could. Let me say this: Susan Rubalcaba is amazing. I don't care.
Mm.
Amazing. Her research is on point. Her questions have not been answered. And very, very, very brave. Susan Rubalcaba uses her name
Mhm.
on her posts. That's what we need. We need
Is she
individuals to be more vocal.
What are the
is she
questions
looking
you've been
for
asking that
assistance?
I haven't seen him, Erasmo. I haven't seen the questions you've been asking. You should have her on the show tonight. Maybe Susan can come on so she can actually talk about that stuff.
I
I
love
can't.
that.
I work tonight, but maybe Susan can.
Are you teaching summer courses?
Yes, I teach tonight Texas history. I know, and it's so sad. And I'm like, I've been teaching at this university for like 8 years, and he's like,
I want to see the picture.
I'm not gonna give you my paycheck because you want my money. You want to steal it.
Oh, so I had this past weekend I had some relatives coming in, and we were talking about. I'm looking up Susan Rubalcaba to see what she posts. Um, we were talking about the show, and like, because usually it's family gathering, and then I'm like, okay, the show's on, I gotta go get on the show, and people are like, my family's like, do you get paid for this? And I'm like, no. And my kid right away starts up. You should get paid for it, mom. As much as Erasmo wants you on the show, you should get paid for it. And as much as you go over the 10 o'clock timeline, you should get paid for this. So I told my family, no, it's okay. I mean, I do it because I want to try and get some change. I said, plus, Erasmo pays for my dinner. And they're like, oh, really? How many times has he taken you out and paid for dinner? I'm like,
Wait. He paid for your dinner,
for my dinner once.
Erasmo? You
Because
paid for her dinner?
and
He's never paid for my food ever.
Never.
this is what I did.
And he wondered why I don't take him out to have like Whataburger or something.
I told the waitress, charge him. I'm not paying for it. That's
E-
kind of how it is.
Even the last time we ate, I didn't pay. He didn't pay, but our buddy did.
To my credit, I always invite these people. I always tell Sam, let's do lunch. Come on over. I always tell Maggie, let's get together. They never want to. So screw them.
He's because you're not gonna. One, we don't have money, maybe, or we
No,
know.
now that
No,
I
no.
see how much money he's bringing in, now I'm like, yeah, you can buy my dinner.
Yeah, okay.
Yo soy mexicano. Cuando el mexicano te dice, and again, guys, this isn't racist because I'm a Mexican. Cuando el mexicano te dice, vamos a comer, es porque va a pagar. We're
Okay.
not like gringos. They go like, let's go Dutch. Don't do that. So if I say, hey, vamos a comer, it means that I'm going to pay.
Okay, well, I'm glad you explained that cultural reference. Now we know.
If anything, Erasmo already has a win.
Just for the record, I don't need Erasmo to pay. We can go Dutch. It's
Erasmo
okay.
has his own version of Anderson Cooper.
Hey, I don't need Erasmo to pay, but it's nice that I get reimbursed for some kind of effort here.
Where did he post those comments? Oh, everywhere.
I just can't believe Erasmo. Like you're the Anderson Cooper of C. What? No way. That's
Maggie's
insulting
the
to you.
Oh,
I'm the
Maggie
Anderson
Cooper.
Oh, Maggie Cooper. Oh, okay.
It's the look.
Okay. I
Your
still think
opinion
that's
on
an
Vanessa-
insult to you, Maggie. Then, because that's
Say
not
that
right.
again?
That's not-
Your opinion on Vanessa stating that someone hid drugs on her. let me tell you guys,
Oh,
and
hang on. Again, Eduardo's a newbie. He has no comments, no concern. He doesn't care about Vanessa. Zero. No, he doesn't care.
not a damn thing. And look, one of the things that I've noticed is that people like the behind the mic people and all these people, they love having videos on her and stuff. And look, guys, if that's the kind of crap that y'all want social media to be, more power to you. I think it's irresponsible. I think it's stupid. I think the woman is self-destructive, and I think that all she's doing is damaging her children. And I don't want to be a part of damaging her children, guys. And like that's one of the things that all these people, like my former stalkers and the other behind the mic people, that's what they do. Ultimately, it's hurting their children. And let me tell you, uh, we've dealt with true corrupt people here. True corrupt people here. We've dealt with Charlie Atkinson, who's a piece of crap, Roman's ex-friend. We've dealt with Carlos Quintanilla, the guy with the Fly Frontera crap, guys. And let me tell you, I received crap and a half about their kids, about their child support issues, about their marriage, about their multiple Sanchez out there, guys. I never mentioned a word because there's a thin line, should never be crossed. And it is a thin line, but it should never be crossed. You should never go against children. You should never go against marriage. You should never go against someone's their family life, man. People need to learn that and leave that poor woman alone. And
I,
again,
I
she done it to herself, but leave her alone.
I'll admit I got on and watched her videos for like one hot minute about a year ago. I spent I would say a good whole summer day just watching everything that she'd been doing. And then it gets old. And then you're like, lady, I don't know. It's just self-harming. What's the word? What were you saying? It's
Self-destructive.
self-destructive behavior. Yeah.
It's
That it gets,
horrible.
yeah,
I mean,
after a while you're like,
huh?
how much can you sit there and watch a train wreck?
it it was the pandemic.
Yeah, no, and
It was like we already watched the video on Netflix.
yeah, I'll go with that because
I mean, honestly, yeah, no, I'll say that, because it was very dramatic. Like, oh wow, what is she gonna say next? Like, you're gonna watch it, but it was the pandemic. No había nada, there wasn't anything else. And now that we're out of the pandemic, like we were talking about earlier, okay,
no,
all
and
right,
yeah, you're watching it going, who lives like this? What is this? I don't understand. Like I didn't understand who is posting videos of themselves going on and talking about this. So you're watching it because wow, car accident. Okay, let me see what happened. But then
yeah.
after a while, you're like, God, lady,
Hmm?
yeah,
And I was interested in it also because she was running for state
mhm,
senate against Junior Senator Lucio,
yeah,
and she was making
yeah,
a big deal about the fact that certain people were not supporting her. I didn't support her. I didn't vote for her. I supported Senator Lucio,
yeah.
and there are a
That
lot
was
of
around the same
Republicans
time
who
that I
supported
was watching
her.
it also.
Mhm,
But then after a while, you're like, come on,
mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't my thing, and I again,
Yeah, it was never your thing. Yeah, it's true.
I I heard for her children.
yeah,
I heard for her children because once I saw that she was doing drugs, I think at a Star or something with her children in the car.
Mm.
That's it. That did it for me. Guys, look, I am very, very lax in regards to you want to use drugs as a personal choice in the privacy of whatever. More power to you guys. Why hurt children? Why involve children in the mess? And that was really sickening to me. And after that, I was done with the whole thing. I
and
was
th-
like,
and
Maggie, I saw that little piece, and that's it. I
yeah.
turned it off.
And on that topic, but not really related to that topic, I did find CBD for the dogs at Vape Station.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
Yeah. So they have, well, I bought their last bag. And then I shared it with all the neighbors who have dogs, most of the neighbors who have dogs.
crap!
So I need another bag.
What happened? ¿Qué pasó?
I'm trying to order some Doc Martens sandals, gladiator sandals, and they don't have in my size.
Too bad. Move on. Comments.
GoFundMe page so Sam can get white.
What are you, Carl Rove? Carl Rove. There you go.
I know, Sam. Hey, Roman, I want help with Spectrum 2.
I have one ready. I'll just erase it and then go drop it off.
There's a tunnel from the old Central Middle School to the church across the street that leads to the river by Amigo and Mall area. I don't think that's true.
It's an urban legend.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yes, we remember.
Remember.
Let's go to the comics because it's already past 10 again. And Maggie's going to want an extra plate of food. Work visas for migrants can spark our economy and fulfill the infrastructure and sewer problems we were promised. Why not start a program for this? Uh, Let me tell you, there is already visas for work visas for individuals. And again, this is part of the issue that a lot of people are so out of tune, and we have no reporting guys. But I cross the bridge almost every day, and let me tell you, there's a lot of people coming over with a lot of Mexican men coming over, with their suitcases and stuff, and they're coming with work visas. So there are programs in place. People just have to work at them and look for them. Everything is a double standard these days, unfortunately. I totally disagree with it, Osmo. That's fine. Takeshi 99 says the N word. He's not racist. Um,
We all know his race.
I have no idea. I don't even know. It took me a while to even know what a Takish 69 was. I'm surprised that you know, Joe, because I honestly had
Isn't
absolutely
it
no clue.
take
Takashi, I have no idea.
no,
The guy,
take a 69.
she, I have no
Take
idea. The guy has a 69 on his face. The guy that went out there and started talking, smack, and then all of a sudden turned everybody in, something like that. That's the only thing I know about this 69 guy. I don't care about him. See, I just don't want to make him. Is Dave Chappelle homophobic and misogynist? Dave Chappelle is amazing.
You can't compare Dave Chappelle to Jerry McHale. I'm sorry.
Never. I mean, that's like a major, major stretch. Jerry McHale is a piece of trash. On Cheese's song, Mexican Americans are named Chata and Chela and Chema and have a son-in-law named Jeff.
Jeff.
It's true. I freak out because I see a lot of people coming over from Mexico. Brian, Brandon, Tyler, Austin. I'm going like, bitch, what happened to Francisco, Pancho, Paco?
Hey, so I thought Joe Tucker was like a 65-year-old gentleman. Now that I'm Googling Takashi, whatever 69, I'm like, Joe Tucker might not be as old as I thought he was.
We have a movement to educate. 100%.
Yes.
Totally.
You go, Maggie. You go, girl.
It wasn't just me, it was my neighbors.
Frankie.
But thank you, Frankie.
It's Frankie.
I can be left up on a
Yeah.
handful of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating peanut butter.
Okay.
Okay.
Skippy balls.
Like the sweaty balls from SNL?
Not like sweaty balls. These are
Sweaty
skippy
balls.
balls.
Okay.
They're little balls of peanut butter.
Were they very are they salty?
The sweaty balls? Or
No, the balls that he's mascando.
These are amazing. I do it. Actually, do it for the protein. Hey Maggie, did you already accept my friend request?
So sorry, I can't.
I didn't see it, Vicente.
How was that?
Protein, huh? Be covering on your face as well.
Like a cream, like a night cream. Your opinion on porn, Erasmo? At what age should the schools start talking about sex education?
Oh, please let's not go down that road.
Let's not go there. Just move on.
Just skip.
I think Maggie put a roofie in Erasmo's drink to get him to pay.
Oh.
Erasmo roofied by Maggie. Susan was a cherished student of mine when in high school. So proud of her.
Wow, Susan. I did not know this about Susan.
If I say let's go eat, Erasmo is definitely and that is a fact. I don't get it. He's not like a real Mexican. I think that Dina is so 2020. Yeah. And and it's just amazing. And look, I understand that a lot of these people, like the behind the mic people, and my stalker, previous stalker, I know a lot of these people have no substance, no material. They need, to resurrect her in order to get likes out there, to get views. Guys, I'm not going to do that.
I like the way he says that. That's so 2020. Which, yeah, I agree. We just thought it was funny. It's like that's so 2020.
Could you say the same if they were to cross that thin line towards you? Let me tell you, they have. They've done worse. It's just uncalled for, and they shouldn't go there. Look, they went after my family. They went after my parents. Mayor Mendez went after my parents, and I called him out for it when he went out there and badmouthed my mother and my father. I have a great deal of respect for his mother. I love his mother. Every time I see his mother, I am very, very respectful. I always ask how she's doing and ask for her needs. And if there was anything that she needed, I would assist in any which way. I love her. And again, guys, there's a respect out there. I'll mention this as well. I have a great respect for Eric Garza's parents. You know, Eric, I'm okay with Eric Garza, but amazing respect for Eric Garza's parents. I love them. I don't know if you remember them, Maggie, but we were out there
Mhm,
when we were
mhm,
campaigning, and let me tell you, we made sure that they were hydrated. We made sure that they were okay, that they were well. You should always have respect for these types of individuals. Should never cross that line, ever, ever, ever. And let me tell you guys, as the Trey Mendes crossed that line with my parents, which he should have never done. And again, I'm not holding that against him. Like I'm more concerned about Tarraterillo than him crossing that line, which he should never have done. But they've done it towards me. I've already mentioned tons of times how the Sylvia, the Minerva, they wanted to go after me for having sex with a student in the car, for cocoreando with students online, things that were proven 1,000% non-factual, untrue. Damn, I just took a massive crap. I can't get over it. Do you think all buildings downtown should be torn down because they're old? Um, I think half of downtown should be torn down. Me duele
Is he like a magic 8 ball that just comes up with these questions?
and he's brand new because this is all stuff we've been arguing about back and
for
forth,
years.
got into huge arguments for about 2 years.
Has the baby
Okay.
boom started? We're going to need more schools. Uh, I think one of the things that's going to happen in Brownsville and in Cameron County is we're going to start to see a mess load of charter schools, private schools pop up.
Mm.
Tons. Because there people are tired. This is one of the reasons why we've gone down from 52,000 to 38,000 students at BISD. People are just tired and they want options. If we get the voucher system to whereas your money follows you, you're going to see a lot of more private schools opening up in Brownsville and a lot of parents sending their kids to private schools. Jerry and Dave are comedians. There's no comparison.
Wait, what? You actually think Jerry's a comedian? You seriously think this? That's just
Greg
amazing.
Gutfeld can't get away with his humor, as say Jerry. Greg Gutfeld is amazing. Jerry's a piece of crap. Dave Chappelle is amazing. Why did they go after your family? Has it stopped? Yes, and I think it did stop, and I appreciate that. I think the mayor realized that he overstepped a line, and I think he went back on it, and I appreciate that. He did it one time, he never did it again, and I want to thank him for that. It should have never been crossed. Any truth to the that Eduardo dude, Sylvia Atkinson adopted prison son? It might be fact.
What?
Guys
What?
have a great
Eduardo, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
guys
Meeting.
have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. Good job, Maggie, today.
No, thank you for letting me on. And
No,
sorry I came in late on the game.
I meant with a fire. Good job with the fire thing.
Oh, that was again my neighbors all involved. But thank you.
Congratulations to everyone out there in the neighborhood, guys. We need you to be more vocal.
Hmm?
100% more and more vocal. Fight the system.
And
And
like Emily was right, and let's educate people to stand up and be more vocal also.
yes, and that's part of the game, guys. You have to let other individuals know that the power lies in the people. That the
Hmm.
power always should lie in the people because that is what real government, true government is. And
Hmm.
show this cutie before I go.
Oh, how cute doggy. I called it a doggy. Yes, I did.
Her name is Emma.
Her name is
Emma?
yeah.
Emma.
The cat. All right.
She loves me. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. Still believe in all that crap. I'm done. Guys, be good to each other. Be good to pets. Continue to be good to me. God bless.